So let me help you do this today in an easy and simple method that you could use to write writing task 2 in the IELTS test. First of all, you got to understand what is the IELTS writing task 2 all about. You'd have to write 250 words or more on a given topic. The topic usually is a statement or a question, as well as an opinion. Writing task 2 is probably the easiest writing task that you could do in the IELTS test, simply because it gives you a statement, it gives you an opinion, and then a question is asked. So how do you do it? While there are a lot of videos that tell you broadly how to do it, we shall now discuss in particular how we could do it. Let's take an example question. With the increase in the use of computers, books would become unnecessary. Do you agree or disagree? This is one type of question that's pretty common in the IELTS test. Do you agree or disagree type of questions. To answer this, first of all, you'd have to read the question carefully and break it down into 3 parts. The first part would be the statement that is given to you, and in that statement they say, with the increase in the use of computers or internet. So you'd have to expand on that. The key words here are increase, use, and internet or computers. So find words which mean increase in the use of internet, other words. So in other words, you'd have to paraphrase the statement and then expand it in about 2 or 3 lines. So to break it down, let's look at an example answer. You can't possibly change some nouns, but you could change the verbs and then go on to explain what it means. You could also say in recent years there's been an increase in the use of internet to find information on just about everything. And then go on to the next sentence in the question, which is an opinion, which says books will become unnecessary. And you could agree or disagree, and there is no right or wrong answer. You could agree or disagree. So if you were to agree, you would probably say yes, books will become unnecessary, and then you would say, you would have to write at least 2 or 3 lines, maybe 4, about why this is so. So write the context. The context is books are bulky, books need a lot of space, they contain limited amount of information, they're difficult to carry. These are some of the things you could write in your introduction. And then you would say that internet is easier to use, it's almost free in most cases, compared to the cost of reading a book. You'd have to purchase the book or purchase a membership at a library and so on. So after your introduction, I would say you could write about 5 to 6 lines. Each line, in my experience, is roughly about 12 words in a single line in an A4 sheet. So that would be 10 to 12, let's say, on an average. 10 to 12 words into 5 would be 50 to 60 words. So you've already written about a quarter of your essay. Now next you go on to reasons as to why this is so. So you give supporting reasons. Supporting reasons could be, for example, you could say the increase in the use of internet is due to the increase in the ease of accessing internet because of devices like mobiles or mobile phones, as some say. And then you could also go on to compare the information that you can obtain from the internet and then what you would get in books. So I would recommend you write at least 2 or 3 supporting reasons. Follow that up with examples, at least 2 examples, one very specific with an example. What is an example? It's important to understand what is an example. An example is specific to the topic with no generic statements. So if you're talking about books, you wouldn't want to again talk about books in general in an example. That wouldn't be an example. An example would be like comparing encyclopedia with Wikipedia. That would be a nice example. So you need to think of at least 2 examples. If you can give more, that's great. The next logical step would be to also look at the inverse situation, or if you were to say that books are necessary, although we have internet. And why would that be so? So I can think of a reason. I could say books are necessary, although we have internet, because not all books are online, or not all books are free online. So you could use arguments like that, but they have to fit into the essay, and there has to be a logical progression of your thought process. That is why people get higher scores if they're more clear and if they can express ideas rightly. Finally, to conclude, you could use words which indicate that this is a conclusion and write another 5 lines or more. So your entire essay should be around 250, although I recommend 300, a little more. So that's how you write IELTS writing task 2. Okay, good luck with your test, and please subscribe, like if you like this video, and also check out fryenglish.com. There are a lot of essays there, and I've written some of them. So I hope you do well, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.